Hi, Henry.
Hey, Chloe. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Anything new going on at the hospital?
No, not really since we last talked. We're still staying busy. We've got mothers in all the time, and everything's still good, but that's the way we want it to be. So,
Good.
yeah, everything's about the same.
Glad to hear that. Okay, so I went back with my team and came up with a little presentation for you, and I think that I found the perfect product for your hospital. It's called the NARA Bassinet, and so I'd just like to show you, the features and a little bit about it.
Great.
I know one thing that you said was very important to you was that the mom was comfy and close to the baby, closeness for the mother. So first of all, this product has a narrow cabinet design. So because it's so narrow, like the mother is obviously very close with the baby, and it's height adjustable, so you can move it up and down. And I know some new mothers, especially mothers with C-sections, cannot move around a lot because it's painful. So
Right.
this will make it easy for the mother to see the baby. As you can see, it's like a clear basket with the low lips in the middle, so they can just easily reach in. And another thing is that it tilts up, so the nurse can tilt up the baby for the mother to look in if she can't, is in her bed. So yeah. Another thing that you said was very important was infection control. And one thing about the bassinet that's really cool, these drawers right here, they can go in and out either way, so you can pull them out from each side, which is nice because then the nurses also don't have to move the entire bed around to have the drawers on the outward side from the bed. So the nurses can pull the drawers either way and make sure they get in there and get everything all cleaned up. And the material is something that's, I think, awesome. It's very easy to clean, and you can use your current cleaning solution that you have in your hospital.
Great.
You don't need anything special. It's just however your cleaning protocol is, it'll work for the bassinet. And another thing is the document holder. I know your current bassinet has a closed bottom document holder where bacteria, dirt, dust, grime can build up and get pretty nasty. So this is a way to keep that open and to eliminate, the possibility of bacteria.
Great.
And I know that you said that the third thing that's important to you is nurse safety. The height adjustability is great for nurses. Obviously, not all nurses come in the same shapes and sizes, so they can, easily push it up and down, so that it doesn't hurt their back when they're moving it around. Another thing that's amazing are the steer locking soft-wheel casters, which not only gives the baby a smooth, quiet ride, but it also is extremely easy to maneuver for the nurses, and it's extremely stable, during all transportation. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds great. We're always looking to, make things easier on the nurse, and also keep the mothers close together, and like you touched on, the infection control too. So far that all sounds good.
Good, glad to hear. Another thing that you mentioned was that mothers, are shopping around for their hospital now. They're going to see their hospitals in advance. They're trying to figure out, which one would be best for them, which one looks the best, looks the nicest. So another feature is that obviously this is extremely aesthetically pleasing. It looks modern, higher technology than the current, kind of wooden, grungy, I think depressing looking bassinet. This is just a bright, clean, modern feel, which I think the mothers definitely would be attracted to and would stand out among other hospitals because, this is like a new product. So
yeah, we're definitely always looking to get more customers in. I said we're busy, but that we can never be too busy. As many people as we can have in as possible is what we want. So anything that looks good to prospective customers is definitely something that we're interested in.
Good. And then another thing I know you mentioned to me was nurse training, and I'm available all times. I can come in, for every shift and make sure that the nurses really fully understand the product, how it works, what it has to offer for the baby and the mother, and for the nurse as well. So, yeah. Does that sound good to you?
Definitely. That's something that makes things easier for me is to have, instead of me always spending my time trying to train nurses, if we can have someone who's more of an expert like you come in and really show them, that helps us out a lot.
Right. If there's ever any problem or you need to talk or contact me, you have my number, and I can come at the drop of a hat anytime you need me. So
Great.
yeah. So I guess I can bring in a few of these bassinets by Friday for your nurses to test out for a month. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And I have a nurse evaluation sheet to get feedback from your nurses to see their their honest opinions about the bassinet. Does that sound?
Yeah, that's important to us because I'm not the ones using them as much as the nurses are. Right. So it's really important to me to see if they think that the bassinets are something that worth looking into for us and considering, because they're the ones that are going to be using it. So that would help a lot. That's easier than me just going around and asking, do you like this? So if there was something that really touched on the big parts of it, like that sheet you're mentioning, I think that'd be really helpful.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'd like to go over the payment plans with you, just so you're prepared. You can talk to your finance, accounting people. So we do have some discounts to offer. If you buy 20 of them, you would receive a 5% discount, 37% discount, 40, 10% discount, and then 50 or more, 15% discount. And the list price is $3,000, which may sound a little costly, but it's really not, knowing that this is really a premium product that isn't offered anywhere else, and would really, I think, provide value to your hospital.
Great. Yeah.
And then another thing is you can pay up front and receive 5% off your entire purchase if that's something you'd like to look into. And then there's also the 18-month payment plan, which would be at a regular price.
Great. Yeah, I know we price is definitely something that we've got to think about, but I would like to get some in our center and kind of get our hands on them and test them out first, because it's kind of hard, to go just off a picture and decide whether we want to use it or not.
Feel it.
And I want to have our nurses, really working with the product before we make any major decisions. So a product trial would definitely be something that we're interested in.
Awesome. So I can get 3 of those bassinets in for you by Friday, and I'll be there, to present the product to your nurses and give them a demo. Does that sound good?
Yeah, definitely. If you could be here, that'd be great, because it's hard for me to remember all the awesome features you touched on, and the features all sound great. But if you could be here and kind of give them a little rundown of it, that would be awesome.
Okay, so sounds good. I'll see you Friday, and thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to meeting our nurses.
Great. Thanks again.
Thank you.